Hi guys, Jamie here again, and again I am so sorry if that freezes. I'm working so hard at getting an actual camcorder, and I hate that it freezes because I know it freezes because me and my friend during lunch basically were watching a couple of my videos because he found out that I have a YouTube thing, and now I know it freezes in the beginning of every single video. But instead of complaining about my camera issues at the moment, I wanted to share with you some of my favorite childhood books. Now, some of these are actually current reads, but you get the idea. Some of them are not even mine. Some of them are my brother's, but I ended up reading them anyways. And some of them are pretty random. I'll just be honest, like really random things that me at 5 years old probably would not be reading, but read anyways. I just want to share with you one more thing. Okay, this is a current draw thing, because okay, I was drawing in art class, and basically, no, I wasn't drawing in art. I think I was drawing somewhere, I just don't remember where. I just know I was in school, and because I was bored and stuff, and I think I drew this during testing day. Not during testing, not after testing, but during like RI, because if you had a special during say a period and that would be happening during RI, you went back to your homeroom. So I just had free time to draw there. And so I drew that. And excuse that noise, that's probably my stomach. I'm starving. It says Cloud Madness on it. It doesn't even look like a Stephen King novel, does it? But anyways, here we go. The first one I actually read this year in my class, but didn't realize I had a copy of it at my old house, which we went to because it's not currently being sold yet, so we had time to get things that we really, really wanted out of it. And it's not even really my house, it's my grandma's old house, but she died, so it's being sold. And we had to get things out of it that we really wanted, so I grabbed a bunch of books and two of my stuffed animals, my two favorite ones. One of them I had since I was a baby. The other one I bought, and it's like just something I really want to keep. Well, as well as a bunch of other things too. But anyways, I wrote Tears of a Tiger by Sharon M. Draper. This is actually supposed to be in my 2015 wrap-up, which that's not even true either, I don't think. I don't know. But anyways, we read that technically this year, but I shared it anyways because, yeah. But it's the first book in the powerful Hazelwood High trilogy, so there's actually 4 books. No, there's 3. Tears of a Tiger, Forged by Fire, and then Something Before Dawn, and I'm not even sure, but it's a Coretta Scott King Award winner. And it's basically about this guy named Andy Jackson, and he and his friends win a basketball game, and they go out and they're drinking and driving, and one of his friends, like his very best friend, I guess, he basically had his legs up on the dashboard, and he was like, because his was so tall, and it was like he'd be scrunched up if he put his knees below the dashboard. And so they get into a car wreck, and his legs go through the windshield, and they get stuck. Sorry. And they can't get him out, and the car explodes. And then it's basically about how he deals with the guilt of killing his best friend. And I won't tell you what specifically happens besides that, because that's basically happens in the first 2 chapters. But yeah, so there's Tears of a Tiger. The next one is a freaking long book, but if you're a history nerd like me and you like reading things that are interesting, or like reading history, then this is for you. The president has been shot by James L. Swanson. I'm filming! I'm sorry about that. Apparently dinner is ready and my mom could not have waited till after my filming to tell me that. So now I'm so mad. Okay, back to what I was saying. Just ignore that little thing that just happened there. Yeah, the president has been shot by James L. Swanson, best-selling author of Chasing Lincoln's Killer, which I've also read that. It's a pretty good book. I mainly just read them because of the pictures. And it's about the assassination of John F. Kennedy, or JFK. And it basically goes over the first 3 days leading up to the assassination, and it goes into who Lee Harvey Oswald was, and it goes into what was happening with the president and everything, and just a bunch of stuff. And then there's pictures in it too. I guess I'll try and show you some. Like, this one takes up an entire page. And, yeah. I read this, I think, when I was in 6th grade, so 2 years ago, I read this. And it's a really, really, really good book if you're into history and into the JFK assassination and such. Again, there's a bunch of conspiracy theories on it too, but it doesn't go into that in the book. Here's an actual childhood book. The Elves and the Shoemaker. This is a little golden book. And I just love little golden books. They're so nice. Okay, there's so many of them. And this is this was my very favorite one. There's a bunch of favorite ones. I didn't grab all of them though, just because I was taking so much time going through all my lovely books. Anyways, it's basically about the shoemaker who is about to who's very poor, and he doesn't make shoes all that well. And so one night he is so tired that he's not able to even make a single pair of shoes. So he leaves out all the tool and the leather and stuff, and then the next day comes in and finds a lovely pair of shoes that had been made, and he puts them in the window and sells them that day. And it keeps happening over and over and every night. So one night he and his wife decide to leave out materials and peek, and they see that there are little elves working on them, and they don't have shoes, they don't have nice clothes. So they go to work and they make them some nice clothes, and yeah. I basically told you everything about this book, but it's a very old book, so you may not be able to find out much about this. You can buy it, and there's probably a different version of it, but I have the little golden book version. And little golden books were a definite part of my childhood, man. Same goes for Sesame Street. Okay, a lovely book. I love these so much. And it's called Come Back, Amelia Bedelia, from the Amelia Bedelia series. By Peggy Parrish, pictures by Wallace Tripp. And this has no author, it's just a little golden book made by that company. They take stories from authors and they make them into little golden books. So this is about a lady named Amelia Bedelia, and she is a servant for Mrs. Rogers and Mr. Rogers, and basically she hears them talking about them and replacing someone or replacing something, and she thinks she's the one being replaced, so she goes and looks for another job in a bunch of different places and messes up in all of them, and then finally comes home at the end of it. So, yeah. Love her books. My mom introduced her to these. She read them when she was a kid, but we only have this one, and this one I love the most. The next one is a long graphic novel. But if you know me, I love graphic novels. They're like my favorite book to read. And it's called Rapunzel's Revenge. And I got this at a Scholastic's book fair. Obviously, you still got the price tag on it. Never thought to take it off. And I had a little bit of money left, so I bought this with it. And I looked in it. I thought it was interesting how it was just pictures. This was actually one of my insights into graphic novels. And it's basically like a twist off of actually, no, it's not. It is Rapunzel's story. It's basically about her, like, whole, like, childhood and then finding out how, like, evil everything is, and then her getting revenge on her evil stepmother and everything, and her finding her family again, and her meeting her lovely sidekick, Jack, and then falling in love and everything. So yeah, this is a good book. If you want a good insight into graphic novels, this is a good one to read. Like, it's not like the best one to read, but if you are wanting like a fairy tale novel or whatever, then this is good. And it's by Shannon and Dean Hale. It's illustrated by, I'm pretty sure, Nathan Hale. So yeah, this is one of the many childhood books, or at least graphic novel ones. Okay, this one is a very nice childhood book, and it has a really lovely memory to it. It's called Gapper's Grand Tour, A Voyage Through a Great American Ballpark, and it's by Joel Altman, and with foreword by Brandon Phillips, illustrated by Tim Williams, and it is about the Cincinnati Reds. And this was when I went to my very first Cincinnati Reds game. And I just love it so much. It's such a nice memory holder, that's why I picked it up. And, yeah. I'll show you an illustration in it. Here's the last illustration in it. I just wanted to show you because I love the baseball heads. They're so cute. I'm such a child at heart, am I not? Also, okay, this is Rapunzel's Revenge again, but I'm just going to show you like an illustration in it. That's basically her trying to find ways to get out of the tower using her hair. Actually, no, that is when she gets out of the tower. Wow, okay. Okay, this is the one I said was going to be very random, and one that does not make any sense to why a child would read it, but dog food. And it's by Judith Aldman and Paul Coughlin. This one has a lot of pictures in it. Like this. It's basically just like a little coffee table book on dog food. It just tells you, like, it just has like a bunch of quotes from different people. It's basically a bunch of quotes from different people, like celebrities and just famous people in general, talking about their dogs and food at the same time. Like, I'll give you an example. Life is a combination of magic and pasta by Federico Fellini. I'm assuming some of these are chefs too. And or this one, the second day of a diet is always easier than the first. By the second day, you're off of it. By Jackie Gleason. Not all of these are about dogs. A lot of them are about food. But some of them have like references to like dogs and food in them. So yeah, there's another one. I got this at a Scholastic's book fair too. They had a bunch of, they had a table whole set out, like, with, like dog things on it and dog toys and stuff. And I think I legit just picked this up because I like the feel of the cover. That sounds really creepy, but I was into smooth things. That also sounds weird. Oh my gosh. I was a weird kid, man. Oh my gosh, this one is amazing. Okay, this one is Arthur's Chicken Pox by Mark Brown. Oh my gosh, this was like my favorite Arthur book when I was younger. It's basically about Arthur getting chicken pox and going through it and stuff, and oh my gosh. Oh, I love it so much. Okay, there's not much to talk about it because I think every one of us has read an Arthur book in our lives. But it's basically about him getting chicken pox and dealing with it and then going to the circus and DW being jealous about it. Okay, this one is Adoration. It's Favorite Tales of Monsters and Trolls. This one is a Random House picture book, so it doesn't have an author, I guess. And oh my gosh, this has stories about like the three billy goats, Gruff, and then it has the trolls and the pussycat. Take your mind out of the gutter when you're hearing that title. And then the stone cheese. I love that one so much. Oh my gosh. This is a book I'm gonna keep forever, man. Yes. Okay. There's 3 stories about it, and a majority of them are about trolls, and then yeah, all of them about trolls and monsters. And this one has a really dear place in my heart because my grandma, as I told you, is gone now, or my mama. My other one is grandma. I call my dad's grandma. Can someone just please shoot me in the head right now? Expression, figure of speech. Do not take that literally. Okay, basically, my grandma, or my mama, my dad's mom, she passed away, as I said, and this is like one of those, my favorite book to read with her, because we had our lovely recliner chair. It was velvety feel, and we would sit in it, and we would read this book all the time. So, yeah. Love it so much. Okay, Froggy. Yes. Okay, I have 2 Froggy books. This one is Froggy Eats Out. And I think I liked this one when I was younger because it had to do with food. And I was into food. Yeah. I was like, I thought, okay, what if the world did not have food in it? I would die. And it's by Jonathan London, illustrated by Frank Reckimwicks. I don't even know if I'm saying his name right. I'm so bad with names. Anyways, and it's about Froggy going to eat out with his parents because of their anniversary, and how he like doesn't follow his manners and everything. And of course, it has the scene in it where his face was more red than green. That is the most famous line in the entire book series. And then I have Froggy Goes to Camp, and it's about him going to camp and like being nervous about it and making friends and having a good time. And it's also by the same author, of course. Oh my gosh, I love these. I love all these books. I'll just be honest. There's such childhood memories in these. Okay, the first one is The Gingerbread Baby by Jan Fred. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. I am sounding such like a girly girl right now. It's sad. But it's like, okay, gingerbread girl, gingerbread man. I really want a good copy of the gingerbread man and the stinky cheese man. Yes, there's an actual story called Stinky Cheese Man. But it's so good too. It's like amazing. They're just such catchy ones. And this is the gingerbread baby. And it basically goes through the entire thing about how people in the town keep trying to capture him, and then how one little boy ends up catching him and putting him into a gingerbread house. And some of these are cut out pictures, like there's a gingerbread house, and then in it, the gingerbread baby. And he's so cute too. Like, look at him. How is that not adorable? And then the next one is Gingerbread Friends by Jan Bread, obviously. And I'm pretty sure they're illustrated by her too, I'm pretty sure. Anyways, this is about how the gingerbread baby is like really upset because Maddie, the boy who is his owner or friend, I guess, or the one who put him in the gingerbread house, basically he is really upset because Maddie doesn't have time to play with him, and so he goes and finds some friends of his own. Like, I'll show you an example of one of his friends that he tries to make. Okay. He tries to make friends with this girl, but obviously none of them are real like him. And then on the sides, there's like these little pictures of like how to make gingerbread. Pretty sure. Or some sort of pastry. So yeah, I love those books. Those are so nice. Okay, this one is about, I think we got these in like first grade or second grade. One of the two. And it's called The Night Before Summer Vacation by Natasha Wing, illustrated by Julie Durrell. And it's about a little girl and her family going to summer vacation and all the places that they stop and all the things that they do before it, like eat a giant dinner and then look at old scrapbooks of family vacations. And all these things. And then waking up and then finally going to summer vacation. And this one has a really special place in my heart. I got this when I was, it's 2016. Pretty sure this was 5th grade. Yeah, it was 5th grade. And we had an author named Louise Borden visit our school. And we bought a book. I bought a book from her, and it was Cincinnati, Our City, Our Story, and it's illustrations by children of the greater Cincinnati area. And she signed it too, right there. And this was my very first signed book from an author. So I was like really wanting to get this because it's about Cincinnati, which I don't live directly in Cincinnati, but I live in a town around it. And so I'll show you an example. I drew on the back of the cover, so that's funny. Oh, here's a good one. Reds. I love the Reds. I love Yankees too. I like Yankees because I feel like they're a classic baseball team. And then Bengals, oh my gosh. Yes, Bengals. I love Bengals. I know. I love Bengals. It's sad, but I love them. And then, what else? There's one in here that I really want to show you because it's like one of my favorite places to go. Excuse me. Where is it? 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 It's somewhere in here. Bear with me, please. Oh, here it is. Okay, here we go. Kings Island. Oh my gosh, it's so fun to go there. It's like best theme park. At least for me, anyways. So thank you guys for watching. I know this was a really long video, but obviously I've been gone for a while, so I'm pretty sure it's understandable. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on Monday. So, bye guys!